Today I'm going to show you how to replace a faucet with this Moen. It's Moen Laken 84484 SRM. The SRM refers to the nickel finish. Costco also has a BL model that is black. So first I'm going to cut this open. Cut through the strap. Opens on sides, slides up. We have instructions. This is a foam gasket. This is a bracket needed for a 3-hole sink. If you have a single-hole sink, you're going to be using this little washer. This is a tool to turn a nut, makes it easier. Here's the faucet itself, and this is the drain assembly. These are also some mounting pieces that go underneath the sink. Alright, so down here, what I've done is I've turned these all the way off. These are called the shut-off valves. And over here, I'm verifying that no water is flowing. In my previous video, I've repaired the shut-off valves, so they're working great. By the way, this thing is ugly. It's probably the original equipment, and it's seen better days. So, the water is shut off. I could start next by taking out the supply lines and doing the faucet, but I can give myself a little bit more elbow room by starting with the drain pipe. So, loosening these nuts. By the way, this part can get kind of gross. You may want some gloves. Next, I'm loosening the supply lines. You can expect some water to come out at this point. Same thing on the hot side. I wanted to point out this little rubber piece is from the stem valve. The one I replaced was damaged, and now you can see the damaged pieces right there. Tight space. Loosen this, and then up here, going to use a wrench to loosen the nut. Using my adjustable wrench to loosen this nut, and then I can go by hand the rest of the way. Oh, that fell apart. Now you can see the faucet up above is loose. Alright, from the top, now I'm able to awkwardly lift this, but I think I'm going to need 2 hands. Alright, using 2 hands, I pulled that through. And now I need 2 hands again because I didn't take it apart. This is part of the drain mechanism. I didn't take that apart, so it's hard to get through. There we go. The next step is going to be cleaning all this crud. We do not want to keep this crud. Alright, got some bathroom cleaner. We've got a catch-22 because we can't use water here. Love the fumes. Grab some water from the other vanity. This is a double vanity bathroom. Almost there. Got some more water, rinsing, and that's about as good as it's going to get. Looks good. Alright, so I'm noting I have a 3-hole situation here on my sink. So I'm putting on the foam, then metal, and then I'm going to shove all of this stuff down in there, and that takes 2 hands. I'm going to show you what happens underneath. I'm going to show you from the top so it's easier to film. So this shank is going to go down in here, and then the mounting bracket slides up on here like this, goes all the way up, and that's going to secure it to the sink to keep it from moving or being pulled out. And then there's a nut in here that goes into this handy tool they gave me. The nut goes into the tool and is going to just be screwed on right there. So that happens underneath. There's 2 different positions for this. This is for thicker sinks. This is for thinner sinks. And the difference is the notch. So watch the notch. So I'm under the sink and you can see the shank. This washer goes on all the way up. And then setting up my tool and the nut. Sorry, bad angles. I'm going to turn the tool to twist the nut on there. At this point, it would be nice to have somebody up above holding the faucet so it's not tipping over. checking the orientation that things didn't get flipped around on top. Since things look good from the top, I'm going to snug this up. Snug. The next step is removing the drain pipe. So I've got these groove joint pliers, and I'm going to loosen this nut by turning it this way. It makes a gritty sound because of all the nasty gunk up there. It's really gross. Oh, the black stuff. So I can pull apart the bottom. I'm going to hold on to the top with my pliers while simultaneously pulling on the plastic here. Now the plastic's coming off. Alright, there is the rest of the drain. It is very gross. If you can't see it, that's probably a good thing because it's disgusting. Next, cleaning the drain. Oh, that is really bad. Oh, it's squishy. Inside here, there's still a lot of buildup. I don't think you can see it. I'm still cleaning this out. What's going on here is this is an overflow, and the overflow goes down in here. I can get my finger in there, and there's just endless sludge in here. And it keeps coming out. Just pushing it down into my bucket. This is the grossest plumbing thing I have ever done right here. I'm going to warn you, the next part is really gross. If you don't want to see something gross, then skip ahead a few seconds. But this is what it looks like in my bucket when pulling all the gunk out from the overflow drain and inside the sink. If you can see any more up in here, but there is more in there and it is really hard to get out. Alright, I got it cleaned up as best that I could, so next I'm ready to mount the drain. It comes like this with some pieces attached. I'm going to take off this washer, take off the cone gasket. There's still the flat gasket on here. And this goes into the drain. Looks much better, by the way. Now back on the bottom, I've got my cone gasket with the small side on top. Slip this on here and tighten. I noticed I didn't clean the underside of the sink, so I'm just going to grab that real quick. Alright, that feels nice and snug. Next, I'm going to reattach the supply lines, and what you see here is they conveniently labeled this with a sticker to indicate that it is the hot side. So I've got that hand tightened, then I've got my adjustable wrench. I'm going to turn it half, a quarter turn more. Next I'm going to continue with the cold. Half a quarter turn. It's a quarter. It's about half. Alright. Next I'm going to install the P-trap on the drain, but I'm going to need some parts off of this first. I did clean this up a little bit, so it's not so completely disgusting. These just hand tighten. Just wipe this up a little bit. Now we're getting to the fun part. I'm going to turn on the hot and cold and check for leaks. I can hear the water hissing. Checking separately the hot and the cold. And both. looking for signs of leaks. I'm going to check here and here. I'm going to feel around all these different spots where there could potentially be leaks. Test the stopper. Oh, that's a huge improvement. You're going to love this.